Welcome back to another Parasha and mental health reflection for the Seder of Tetzaveh. What is it about clothes? Clothes maketh the man. Really? Is it all about clothes? Is Judaism superficial that the high priest, the holiest, most spiritual personality amongst the whole nation, he had to wear some of the most magnificent clothes? Surely a man who goes and prays for the whole nation, who carries out religious rituals, would just wear a simple robe. What is it about the clothes that he wears? Why are we fascinated and so obsessed about clothes? Do you remember that scene in Pretty Woman when Julia Roberts comes out and she's holding those bags of clothes and goes, "Do you work on commission?" Big mistake. In that scene, she was rejected from the shops because she didn't look right and they judged her for the clothes she wore. Is that how we think Judaism, what it teaches us, that we are judged for the clothes that we wear, for the style or for the expensive items we do or do not possess in our wardrobes? So what is it about the Kohen Gadol? So I think here we come up on something, one of those moments where Judaism is poised on two different extremes. One extreme would have that all we do is focus on our bodies and our material possessions. We obsess and we have to buy more and more, and that becomes a value, and the more we own, the more valuable we are to society, the more we get respected, and people live that way. People think nothing of spending a fortune on a car or an item of clothing that they wear just a couple of times. I find it strange when the newspapers report how members of the royal family have recycled an item. That doesn't mean they've bought it from a charity shop, it means they've worn it more than once, and that bothers me. On the other hand, the other extreme is wear rags and schmutters and it doesn't matter. Where does Judaism sit? So Judaism sits in a very fine space between those two extremes. There are moments where, because of the role that we have within society, we have to dress up, not for ourselves, not to the point where we are driving ourselves crazy, that we must have the latest fashion, but because the role that we have demands that we wear a certain item or certain items in order to bring honor and glory. And that is the message of the clothes of the Kohen Gadol. They were worn to bring honor and glory to Hashem. Not that God doesn't see through the clothes into the inner recesses of our souls. God knows who the high priest was, and God knows who each and every one of us is. The clothes we wear aren't there to misdirect the knower of everything. But the clothes reflect the honor and glory that we want to demonstrate. How we dress matters. There are clothes we wear in our home when we're just lounging around. There are clothes we wear when we go out to a celebration. There are clothes we wear outside of the house. If we drive ourselves crazy and get that wrong, if we dress up for the shops like we're going to a bar mitzvah or a wedding, then we're missing the point. We're going to put pressure on ourselves. And if we go to a bar mitzvah and the wedding wearing the schmattery clothes we might wear when working in the house or in the garden, we're not bringing honor to the celebration, to the simcha that we're attending. Let's remember, clothes don't make the person, but let's remember to bring honor in everything that we do. And sometimes our clothes demand that. Let's not get lost and carried away, but let's wear our clothes with pride. Wear our Jewish clothes, our kippah, the tzitzit, our modest clothes, as a sign of our relationship with Hashem. Take care. Have a good Shabbos.